Good. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Destination Specialist. Today is Thursday, December the 19th, 2024. My name is Susie Hagmuller, and we are working from a very different perspective here today because we're up close and personal in this beautiful room. This is Reggie's office.
This is Reggie's office. Good afternoon, Evolution family. Good afternoon, Evolution family, and welcome to Destination Specialist. This is a good one. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to cover the top 10 U.S. cities for urban skiing, and I think you'll be really surprised. We did this last year, but these lodges are still open this year. We wanted to share this information with you. If you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation, and we'll get started here in a minute. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing just wonderful.
Good.
Again, it's 80 degrees here in Southern California
So
today.
it's hard to talk about ski destinations when it's 80 degrees.
I mean, literally, you go outside and it's
It's
just
like
beautiful.
summer.
Yeah, it's like summer. It's really
So
beautiful.
I thought we should do beach destinations today instead of
For
ski.
winter.
Or winter beaches.
Yeah, winter bitches. But let's get to it. Let's go to the next slide and let's get to it. So we're going to go to the world. And specifically, we're concentrating in North America. Let's go to the next slide. And we're going to be showing you some things in the 48 states here because, they don't do skiing in, oh, yes, they do skiing in Hawaii, don't they?
Yes, you have one on here.
Yeah, all right. So we'll take a
Mauna
look.
Kea.
Mauna Kea. There's the United States and Hawaii and Alaska, as you can see up there. And let's go to the next slide. And we're going to start with number 10 being in Seattle, Washington. You should see this is an interactive Google map. Hopefully that'll come up. Yeah, no, there we go. And just click on that or preview. And these maps are good. When you download or when you ask for the PowerPoint slides and I send them to you, you get all these interactive maps that you can zoom in and out of, and you can also take a look at it. Now, this is called I'm trying to see this.
To make it bigger.
Right. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh, Amanda, can you, the summit. The summit, there you go.
There it is.
Can you zoom out a little bit on the map so we can show them how close this is to Seattle? It's about 35 minutes outside of Seattle where you can do this. Like, I guess not.
I don't know if you can see it.
The zoom, the mouse keeps flickering over it, so.
Here's a map of it, and this really works really well.
I was just gonna say, when you're selling somebody ski, you see all the icons and things at the bottom here. That tells you the type of ski resort it is and how much mountain is intermediate, how much is beginner, what the elevation is. They're called diamonds. These are like zones, and it's according to the degree of your ski person. Make sure you qualify your person when you're selling ski. Everybody's got a different degree of what they think they're really good skiers or not so good skiers or beginning. So ski takes a little bit more time because you do need to really qualify your customer before you sell them the right destination.
And let me tell you, it is a costly sport. It is not cheap.
Very.
It's not cheap at all. You know this. For you skiers that are out there, you know what ski passes are like for a day on a daily cost. So, keep that in mind too when you're working with them. Let's go to the next slide. I really like this picture because it'll show you a photo of what the summit
How the summit
looks
looks.
like. There it is.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's
You can see where the runs are. They're all a little bit different. Some are higher, some are lower, some are more flat
mhm.
than others. So this is really important that you qualify the kind of skier they are. And this map really helps to show you.
Yeah, the map really
Really
helps.
great.
It really helps you. And then this is what it looks like actual. Now let's go to the next slide. This is also another part of it. Let's see. See, this is on the runs down. Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
Very, very beautiful.
These runs are really well maintained. Almost every ski resort has extremely well maintained runs so that the trails and everything. Also, don't forget some of the ski resorts, I'm not sure about this one. Some of them only have an area for snowboarders and some only have an area for downhill ski.
Yeah.
Amanda, you're a boarder, aren't you?
Yeah, there's only one place I know of that doesn't allow skiers, and that's in Utah. But everywhere else, doesn't allow snowboarders. Sorry, I meant to say snowboarders.
Yeah.
There's only one place I know of. Most places are very open to snowboarding and skiing, but it's always good to double check ahead of time because there is one resort in Utah that does not allow snowboarders. So
Snowboarder, right.
And also, just so you guys know, climate-wise, this area of the United States, the Pacific Northwest, has been getting inundated with that atmospheric river. It's just been coming and coming and coming,
Yeah.
just like last year.
Like we had it last year, rain, rain,
Right,
rain.
yeah, and so it's always, this always kills me. Number 9 goes,
Milwaukee.
yeah, I go, what are you, because here's the thing about this part of the country, it is so flat, you know, Michigan, Wisconsin,
In Texas.
yeah, it's like, so Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I can ski in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, you can. And let's go to the next slide. I'll show you what this is. This is called Crystal Ridge, I think it
Yeah,
is.
Crystal Ridge.
And here it is,
Snow
here it
park.
is, here's what it looks like on Crystal Ridge. It's up in the hills. And I mean, the thing is about this area, it does have the temperatures to keep snow there. So they add
They keep-
snow.
Yeah, they blow there
Yeah.
because the temperature stays cold enough for them to blow snow. But you can see this is more than just a ski resort. They've got a lot of other activities here. So if you're not really a skier, there's other things you can toboggan here, you can sled. So it's not restricted just to ski,
Right.
which makes it kind of nice.
Yeah, and so it can make it a real family thing. You can
Yeah.
go inner tubing down the hill and stuff like that. Let's go to the next slide. This will give you an idea of what it looks like on real. See, you do this kind of
These are
stuff.
the- Yeah. What are those things?
That's
It's
inner
like an
tube.
inner tube.
Yeah, like
And you
tubing.
can see how not high this is. This is more, well, look how they've got the runs here in
Mhm.
between. This is really fun. So that's why we're saying this is a different type of resort. This is not for a hard skier. This is more family driven.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's go to the next slide. And this is just, I
They're
guess.
getting some lessons,
Yep, in the morning there.
the do's and don'ts of ski.
And then let's go to the next slide. So that's their skiing in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. I can't Milwaukee.
What? Skiing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
What
Just
are those
ne-
people who ski but they don't ski? They push their skis. What is that called?
That's
I-
cross country skiing,
Cross
Sorry, I was trying to think of it.
and
So
that's
this-
more trails.
Yes, that's more trail.
And that can get pretty intensive too.
That's hard skiing.
that's hard skiing.
That's
When
an
you do
Olympic
that.
sport.
Yeah, it's an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next slide if we can, Amanda. All right, Portland, outside of Portland, there is Mount Hood. And that's where they have it. It's funny, these areas like Seattle and Portland, they're so coastal that they usually don't get that.
Right.
I mean, they do get the weather and it does get cold there, but you have to go inland into higher
And this is
elevations.
higher elevation
To
quite a
get,
bit.
and this is of course, it's Mount Hood. So we're going to show you this. Let's go to the next slide.
These trails are,
yeah.
Amanda, have you skied at Hood?
I have skied at Mount Hood, and there's actually a lot of ski resorts in the Mount Hood area, and it's way up in the mountains, like you guys said, so it does take a while to get there, but it's really nice. It depends what resort you're gonna go to, but there's usually a lot of options, and I've been to this one before, the Ski Bowl West, and it's really nice. I mean, it has different degrees, obviously, of difficulty around, as you can see. A lot of it, the majority of the upper mountain is all black diamond, so you just have to be aware. If you're not to that skill level, you probably just want to stay in the middle towards the bottom. But yeah.
No, this is a ride though, isn't it? Out of Portland, this is quite a ride. Is it actually?
Yeah.
Would you actually go out of Portland or be more out of Eugene?
I was driving more towards out of Salem, but I had driven out of Portland to there before, and it is about a couple hours. It depends on traffic though, and also the conditions of the weather.
So I've got a question. How long does it take you to get up to this, in the Ski Bowl West? I mean, it seems like it's so high up there. How long does it take?
Well, there's multiple chairlifts, as you can see. Like, it says Lower Bowl in red. That's like one chairlift that takes you up, and it takes you halfway up, and then you would ski or snowboard over to the next chairlift that would then take you to the top.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's
So I
cool.
don't know if you can see those red lines, those really straight, direct red lines.
I see them
Those
now.
those are the chairlifts, so you can see there's a few different options.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go
It's a
to,
big mountain.
yeah, let's go to the next slide. And here you'll see some, here you can also do other things. It's a big resort. It's huge. Let's go to the next slide. There it is. Oh, that's
Night
it.
skiing.
Night skiing. That's highly unusual.
A lot of places don't have night skiing.
skiing,
This is
right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And it's very pretty. Look at that.
And
The-
and I,
where
and I
the
guess
trails
now
are
this
lit.
week and next week, this place is gonna get packed with people.
Yeah, with Christmas and
Yeah,
kids on
good, yeah,
vacation. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
that-
know if they blow snow here, so there's not
Yeah.
usually a problem.
All right, let's go to the next slide. Portland or Timberline Lodge. Yes.
This is a little bit different, isn't it? It's a different mountain.
It's right near. It's right next to Mount Hood. It's
Down the hood.
It's right
Yeah.
next- So it's and that's what I mean, that it's a, just really close to it. So you have a couple of options here. This isn't as intensive as the other one is, right? I mean, let's go to the next slide and we'll show you. This seems a little bit
isn't as
more,
hard skiing. This is nice.
yeah,
I think this is more of like for an intermediate skier. That would not be so much Black Diamond, but this is a nice, beautiful resort. And I don't think it gets quite as crowded.
yeah, probably not,
Yeah.
I mean, but there's some good options there. So now remember, again, when you're talking to your clients and they're getting vehicles, like let's say they fly into, Salt Lake City and they have to drive a couple hours, or into Portland, they have to drive a couple hours. They may need chains, they may need something to get them up these hills.
Make sure that if you do a car rental, that you request like four-wheel drive or that they do have snow tires. Most car rental companies, if you're renting during this time and you're going to one of these resorts, they pretty much always give you those. But just double check and ask
Yeah.
the customer, have you driven in snow before?
That's right.
Or ice? It's a
Mhm.
little bit different kind of a ride.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's
Okay.
go to the next slide.
and the roads won't let you up if you don't have
Wow.
chains
Yeah,
or
yeah,
four
that's right.
wheel in
Yeah.
conditions.
Mhm. And
This
here,
is so pretty.
yeah, this is that lodge, and I just love this photograph because
so
that's the
beautiful.
actual lodge there. And let's go to the next slide. I think I have it so this is from, I'm standing at the lodge looking out now. Okay, in front.
Looking out in front. The other one was looking into the
Right,
lodge.
yeah,
This is beautiful. Look how pretty that looks. I love
I
it.
know. Okay,
Nice resort.
let's go to the next.
Well, this makes me laugh.
Minneapolis.
Okay, right next to Wisconsin. No, I'm sorry. These do sound funny, especially for us on the West Coast, because it doesn't,
I know.
it'd be like skiing in, I don't want to say Arizona, because that's.
No, but
they
it's
do
like
ski
where
there,
where
yeah.
it's flat, like
Yes.
no, Inland Empire's lady.
Yeah,
But
so
well, I say that, but then Big Bear's there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, like,
Because our terrain's so much different.
but I mean, I guess it would be like out in Palm Springs, where it's like, and they have skiing there. All right, so this is another one.
Don't, if you live in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
just don't get mad at us.
Yeah, just don't. Okay.
Joke.
This one is a really good one too, and look at this. Look at this.
This is a really big resort. It
It's a
really is.
big
Again,
resort
this is a
area,
family
and
resort.
yeah, it's the Afton Alps Acres of Fun, and again, this is it's really a lot of fun, and if you got people there that want to do it, they don't have the budget to go to Aspen, they don't have the budget, but remember we talked about road trips and staycations yesterday.
This is perfect.
Perfect,
And I think when we did Oktoberfest places,
right?
this was one of the areas because of the terrain here, they had it all set up. And this is an easy drive for them,
Yeah.
and it's a good way for a weekend or something for a getaway. So again, those of you that are in this area and you're getting your cold weather already, these ski resorts are ready for you, and they are blowing snow.
Yeah, they are blowing snow, and they will be open for the holidays. Let's go to the next slide. Here are some
Nice.
pictures of this area here in Minneapolis. This is
I don't know what this
It's,
resort's called. Is this the one that was
it's,
the same as the Afton
no,
one?
yeah, it's the Afton Alps.
Afton Alps?
Yeah, Afton Alps. And let's go to the next slide. Just showing you a day of fun there in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Doesn't seem too crowded,
Yeah,
which is nice.
yeah. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Actually,
Asheville.
North Carolina.
Okay, again, this is very rare that you have this in the South.
Really?
Very rare. Okay. Although they do have the mountain range, the huge mountain ranges there, but of the Appalachians, but they don't have ski resorts.
Isn't
This is
this
really,
Wolf?
yeah, this is the Wolf
The
Lodge.
Wolf Lodge.
The Wolf Lodge, and this is a map of that lodge. And again, this really, if you got people in Georgia, South Carolina, in that area, West Virginia, you're wanting to go to a place like that, this is really, again, a road trip booking. Here it is. Let's now go to the next slide. I will show you some pictures. Look how that is.
Wait, look at the,
Yeah.
Oh, gonna get.
You know, North Carolina is a
cold.
very beautiful state. It just is, it has a lot of foliage, a lot of trees and stuff, and it just makes it look
That's
really
why it
nice.
looks so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Not really heavy snow, you can see because the trees aren't really heavily with
Right,
snow,
right.
so
Yeah,
these trails a lot of times aren't gonna be as full of snow
right,
as other right places, because you have to remember, it's not super high elevation.
Right.
either.
right. So, but
This
there,
is more
it's
like
a-
a family resort getaway.
okay, now we're talking probably the ski capital in the western United States is Salt Lake City, Utah. Approximately, I think, what, five ski resorts or parks
There's,
or,
yeah, and the thing that's really nice, when you find a Salt Lake, going up to Park City, to the, I'm trying to think, to the canyons, up to Deer Valley. These are not, actually, there's the Snow Summit and there's a couple other ones here that are snowmats, that's what it is. These are really not that far from Salt Lake City, so getting there is not a problem, but the variety of lodging that you have here is incredible. There's some very high-end hotels here, and there's some really nice condos here, especially for families. This works out really good.
but this area is still very cost effective as compared to the ski
Compared to,
areas,
like, Colorado.
where you have Aspen, Boulder, you know, Butte, all of those, you know, that can get really, really expensive very quickly. This is very affordable if you can do it right. Now, the trick to that is, you know, you want to avoid the holiday weekends, the 3-day holiday weekends, but if you can break off during the middle of the week and take the kids up there, you can probably get some good deals.
The thing is because Park City is so accessible for most people in this area, it's not a far drive for anybody to go to Park City or to the canyon. So, really good snow, nice lodging, some great restaurants. This is a really family resort and it's quite beautiful. So,
Now, one of the things to remember about that Susie brings up about Park City has a huge film festival in the winter, which affects, I mean, they sell out the entire town.
probably already sold out.
Yeah, the Sundance Film Festival. So look at other hotel lodgings if you're booking clients up there, okay? Make sure you check in on that. Let's take a look at some of these photographs here from Salt Lake City.
And there's probably like 9 or 10 resorts up there.
There's quite a few,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are quite a few. There are quite a few.
And some of them are for very high-end skis, and I'm sorry, I'm missing the name of the two that are right together, and it's not,
But like I
I've had a
said,
lot.
there's just so many up there. So, you know, you can go
there's
back.
Park,
Yeah, you can go back again and again and again. And if you like skiing that much, but Salt Lake is really a great place to be.
and besides that, Park City has a lot of fun things to
Yeah,
do, so
yeah,
it's
it's
not,
not- yeah.
you're not skiing.
Yeah.
The city's very lit up, and there's a lot of it, there's a lot of entertainment there, surprisingly,
mhm.
they're very good at this. Don't forget they had the Olympics there, what,
Yeah.
10 years ago or
Yeah.
something, pretty nice. There we go.
So
There's
there.
a good example of the condos,
Mhm,
really good, and these are reasonably priced,
mhm, mhm. All right, let's go to the next slide.
nice skiing.
This I really like this one too.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, you have to go all the way up to Taos.
Yeah, Taos
You
and
can
Santa
go
Fe.
to New
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah, but this is in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to go to Taos. You can just do it here in Santa Fe. And here they have this lovely resort area, Ski US, and it's really doable. And if you haven't been to Santa Fe and most of the cities in New Mexico have higher elevations. So make sure
Be
your clients
careful.
that your clients are aware about that. All right. They have way higher elevations. The air is a lot lighter up there. So, but you know, you can really take advantage of this area too. And this is really easy to fly into Salt Lake
Santa
City.
Fe's easy.
Yeah, Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, let's go to the next slide. Look at this. Look at this photo. This is going down the
Isn't that
hill.
beautiful?
Yeah. And as you can see, all
What a
right.
sight. Wow, they got like icy snow there. Look at.
Yeah.
I can tell by
Yeah.
Look at that guy. Is he skiing or?
Look-
Look at this.
yeah.
Is great powder. This is beautiful. I know this is not a really popular destination, but comparison to other places, what you're going to get here for your money, this is a bargain. Believe me.
Okay. Let's go to the next slide. This
Reno, Nevada.
and Tahoe and Reno, especially Tahoe has a lot of skiing in it. You know, it's just it just is, and it's a beautiful place. So we're going to show you a little bit of the
Fun fact, Reggie and his family and my family have all been to Mount Rose, and we've gone.
Tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Reggie's not very good.
No, but Montrose is a really good. It's not so crowded there because my kids go to Montrose. They love it there.
So as you can see, here's a map here, the Reno Lake Tahoe ski areas. There's a lot of them. Again, heavily, and I mean, these are like very famous in Kirkwood, Sierra, home, I mean, these are all,
Squaw Valley.
yeah, these were, home of the Olympics were done here at one point. So, but know about this. And now here's the thing though, right, Susie, you can't, I don't know, you used to be able to fly into Lake Tahoe, but now I guess you can't now.
No,
They closed it down.
Tahoe Airport, yeah. It was, for a long time it was open, but flying in there because of the wind and everything,
Yeah.
I think I
And it
was
was a
like,
small,
oh,
tiny airport.
it's a very teeny airport.
Yeah.
And most of the time when people were flying into Lake Tahoe because the weather conditions, they weren't able to bring the flight down, they would
Yeah.
divert them over to Reno.
Right,
And then you'd have to be bused from Reno to Tahoe.
yeah.
And
So-
that's not such a fun ride.
But that's what, an hour?
A little over an hour, but
Right,
if the
yeah.
weather's awful, it's a mess.
Yeah, it can get, but you'd be flying into Reno here now. This is very doable and it's really accessible. Let's go to the next map or the
Reno's
next
some
picture.
very cool hotels.
Yeah, okay, so here's,
Here we go.
this is just one of those resort areas. This is Mount Rose.
Mount Rose.
As you can see, it can get pretty complicated there.
This is Amanda, you've been here. This is a pretty good resort. It's
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, most people go over to the main lodge, which is on the bottom right. And then you can there's like a big chairlift that takes you all the way to the top. And you can go down the other side of the mountain to the other like side lodge. And then the chairlift will bring you back up and you can ski back down to the main lodge. But obviously, if you're not super, super advanced, you're going to stay away from the chutes in the middle of the mountain, as you can see.
Yeah,
Those are double black diamond. They are definitely very difficult. I did fall down one of those. But I'm okay. I'm okay.
But yeah, but that's what double diamonds are.
Yeah.
That's hard skiing.
You have to be like really, really good. You can't just go down it for fun. And I unfortunately caught an edge and started sliding down it because it's so steep. But honestly, there's a ton of great skiing for all levels here. And they also have a ski school, which most mountains do have a ski school or a snowboard school for beginners. So it's a really, really fun mountain.
all right, cool. All right, so let's go to the next one. And here's some pictures. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks like at the top of the mountain.
The top.
Yeah. That's the side lodge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a good resort. I think it's really nice.
Oh, now
we're gonna go outside.
Wait, I thought we were only doing USA. You're doing Canada?
well, no, that was on the list, but we can go quickly go. I mean, but for our friends in Canada or people that are going to Calgary this winter, I don't know why you would because it's so cold up in Canada, but here's one of them. Let's go to the next slide. This is called wind sport. Now, this isn't much of a mountain thing, but this is kind of weird what they have here.
It's their trail map, but
Yeah,
the
trail.
black diamond, they got double black diamonds. This is a little bit different experience here.
Mhm.
Canada skiing's different.
Oh, they only have one double black
They only
diamond.
have one
It's a mogul
Wait a
pitch.
minute. Now, is it different than European skiing too?
Oh,
Well, totally. French skiing is different than Italian skiing.
they all ski different.
They have French skis
Yes.
as compared to Italian skis.
These are Canadian skis.
These are Canadian skis, so their trails are all messed up. Let's go to the next slide. What about skiing in
Oh,
Argentina?
Look,
Okay?
they have a half pipe here.
That's right.
See, a half a pike?
No, a half pipe.
Half pipe.
A half a pint.
Not a pint, Susie. A half pint.
They have a half pipe for
Yeah, but have a pint. I'll take 2 half pints. Give her one on the other one.
You haven't skied before.
Yeah,
We're
we
getting
need
into
some.
Equipment.
'Cause I want to be on Italian skis. Okay, not French skis, Italian skis. Canada. So there you go. You can ski in Canada, and let's Calgary. Let's go to the next slide. Here's Denver, Colorado. Yay, we're back in the US.
Yo.
Thank you. Denver, Colorado, again, high elevation city. It's called the Mile High City. So
Go outside.
size different. Yeah, and we're gonna show you this. This is the Weiser Park Resort. So let's go to the next slide. It's outside of Denver. Look at that. Oh my God. That
If
is
you go to
huge.
Colorado, there's no place during winter that you can ski.
Yeah.
It is probably one of the most
Yeah.
ultimate ski destinations.
Yeah.
It really is.
Colorado is now.
It's ski heaven.
Here's the thing, okay? You always want to stay on the properties of the resort. Do not, this is where you get into wrong things,
Right.
because like the locals and this, that, oh man, we're going to go on the other side of the hill. And that's where it gets dangerous.
And a lot of these ski resorts are in actual villages, like Snowmass.
Yeah.
Steamboat. This Steamboat is like a little, it's all by itself. It's its own entity. It has hotels, it has restaurants, it has half pints and full pints.
And kegs there too.
I want to tell you, these are really beautiful resorts, and for families that just because you don't ski,
Yeah.
like if you went with other people, old people like me, who only ski a little,
You're nuts.
that I would be sitting in the lodge with my.
And your half pint. Let's go to the next slide. Here's some pictures. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's like,
There's tables outside in case you want to sit
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Very beautiful.
Let's go to
This
the
is
next slide.
ultimate ski
see,
resort.
that's like, this is the perfect photograph for skiing in Colorado. There it is. Now there, they don't have chairlifts. I guess they take you up in that little bucket,
The
right,
dog-
Amanda?
They have both.
You
It
know?
just depends. Sometimes the bigger ones, they'll do that enclosed one.
Yeah.
Up
and
in
these
the
hold-
gondola.
Yeah, on the gondola, they hold more too.
Yeah, all right. Let's go to the next slide.
I'm sorry. This
Wow,
is
beautiful.
Really nice terrain skiing. Winter
Okay,
wonderland.
you wanna say-
Before you go, I just want to say honorable mention Mammoth, California. That is
Oh
They're
yeah,
not
yeah, but that's not,
ultimate ski
but that's not close. And you know what's funny? On this list, because we were doing urban cities, Big Bear wasn't on there. And that's,
resort.
I mean, that's
one, yeah.
one of the
That's
closest ones in Los Angeles. But then again, it's not really as great as some of these places though.
No,
I mean,
and you have to remember Mammoth is mostly, I don't think a whole lot, well, people do come in to go to Mammoth, especially if like, let's say you're in Arizona or
Yeah.
you're in like Northern California, you don't want to go to Reno or Tahoe. My family actually drives and does Mammoth because they love Mammoth. Mammoth has got
Mhm.
great skiing.
hmm
It's not too hard to get.
And
to, but it's
last year
beautiful.
they had snow
They
through
had
July.
snow.
Through July,
They
you
did.
could snow in July.
And they
Let's ski in
will
July.
open as long as they can.
Yeah.
So thank you, Amanda, for mentioning.
This video,
Mammoth.
do we have this video queued up, Amanda?
yes.
Okay, this
Thank
video is really beautiful. It's going to show you what, ski.com has been around for years, right? I mean,
Ski.com, it was an accumulation of multiple ski companies that came together. They were, Far West, Ski West. There were
Yeah.
a bunch of them that came together. These people are extremely knowledgeable. They can put together any kind of package. The nice part is they can add lifts.
mhm.
A lot of places will not sell you lifts. And if you can do the package, you can do 3-day lifts. They'll do interchangeable lifts. If you're in a resort where there's multiple there's multiple mountains you can do, like in Colorado, if you want to do multiple mountains, they can sell you interchangeable lifts. Anything, I think minimum is 2 or 3 days. So if you want a 1-day lift, that's kind of hard to get. So please use
Yeah,
ski.
and it is commissionable and it's really good. It is really good. They are the top, company for this travel niche, and they've been,
Most of these agents that work there have all
Oh, yeah.
skied the world.
Yeah,
So
they've
they
skied
know
the world.
exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. they do.
Okay.
So let's watch this video. Check it out.
Things are different in the mountains. Maybe it's the elevation. Maybe it's the people who live there. Maybe there's something hypnotic with the falling snow. In the mountains, we feel more alive. We jump out of bed at 5 a.m. on a powder day like little kids on Christmas morning. Strike up great conversation with strangers on chairlifts. Throw ourselves off rocks, around trees, and onto karaoke stages without thinking twice. In the mountains, societal norms get pushed. Grown men go to the bar in their long underwear. Women charge down slopes like middle linebackers. Little ones catch on fast, and you're more likely to get a weird look when your dog is on a leash. At ski.com, we know why you crave time in the mountains, because ski country is where we call home. Across the globe, our mountain travel experts have been in the thick of it, finding the closest hot tub to a chairlift in Beaver Creek, getting waist deep in powder and pasta in the Alps, cracking jokes with the funniest bartender in Aspen, or drawing you a personalized map so you don't get lost around Chile. Nobody gets how special life is at 10,000 feet more than we do, and nobody knows how to guide you there better. Ski.com, to the mountains.
We're back.
Unbelievable. That was so beautiful.
The thing that gets me is people that take helicopters up to the mountain.
That's the bugaboos. And that's hard skiing.
That is hard skiing.
That's kind of.
Or the
that's called
guys
the
that are like
bugaboo.
hiking,
Yeah.
they're,
They
they're,
get to the, they got 10,
because they-
20 pounds on them and they're hiking.
and
That's
they're
really
hiking with
cool.
their skis up to get higher to come down. I mean, that's just crazy. All right, let's go to the next slide. If you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of this presentation. I'll get it to you. And I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting up with us today. I'm sorry we kind of got off track. And if we offended anybody, I totally apologize. It's that time of the year. And we get a little off key here. So.
Someone said they loved your shirt, Susie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It's, oh, look, I have a bracelet. You want to see the bracelet?
It's got little things on it.
Bells on my feet, so I'm not.
She's just been the holiday, the
Oh,
little holiday elf out here today at Archer Travel.
Thank
Let's
you.
go to the next slide. You guys, join us tomorrow. We're going to do the morning briefing. We'll set you up for next week. If you have any, yeah, it's going to be short. It's going to be, the next 2 weeks are going to be kind of short, but we do have some stuff. We're going to give away some stuff tomorrow morning too. So we'll probably be here in Reggie's office again, and we'll be, but we will be getting up tomorrow, like around 10 o'clock, and I'll set you guys up for next week, and it should be a lot of fun. So that's it.
So I won't see you next week because it'll be the day after Christmas.
Yeah, but we're
But thank you all, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday and you all stay safe, and have a pint on me. Or I have a pint. I would say.
all right.
I worked out with this.
See you guys tomorrow
Bye.
morning. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.